Well, Mark, another season has come and gone.
I think this might be the best one yet.
You know, kid, I tend to agree. This season was awesome.
I'm happy to hear that, Cecil. I always thought you were a bit of a hater.
I just want the show to be good, and boy, was it good. But, you know, I noticed something interesting.
Was it how tough and strong I got? Because I kind of noticed that too.
Not quite, but it is to do with you. Here come the insults. The less you appear in an episode, the better it is.
You're predictable, Cecil.
It's not a strict rule, though. If you're in the episode but hardly talk, that's fine, too.
I thought you liked this season.
I did, for the most part.
No, I'm not having this conversation again with you. Every episode was good, you hear me? Every episode.
Kid, do you really want me to go through them one by one?
You know what? Fine. Be my guest. Because they're all great, Cecil. This is the best the show's ever been, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Episode 1, Scene 1, you're floating through space all beat up looking like a bitch. Not the best way to start things off, is it, Mark?
Yeah, it was the aftermath of a fight I won. What's the problem with that? Did I not win good enough for you?
It's not just about the winning, kid. It's about how you do it, you know? Like we're introduced to you flying around, going through some edgy emo, boo-hoo, people don't like me bullshit. Yeah, the superhero business isn't glamorous. People are gonna hate you. Deal with it.
That was me dealing with it. What else did you want me to do?
Well, when I'm feeling stressed, I strip down to my undies and pretend to be a crocodile.
Yeah, I really don't think we needed to see that.
And what was with asking your little brother for help to go fight some bad guys? Are you really that desperate?
Hey, Oliver's a great fighter, all right?
The only thing he's good at is talking shit and gooning to crustaceans.
Excuse me?
You didn't see the game he was playing when you went into his room? Looks familiar, right? Hope you're ready for Nintendo to sue the shit out of you.
I don't see what the problem is here.
He's playing his psychic shrimp with a move called Awaken against a big old snake coming out of a box. There's a lot going on here to suggest your brother wants to romance a lobster.
You're disgusting.
You remember how he was conceived, right?
This has nothing to do with me.
You're right, because next up on your list of accomplishments was getting smacked around by a goofy cartoon dinosaur.
The dinosaur wasn't a cartoon, Cecil. It was real.
Well, it looked a hell of a lot realer in the comics, let me tell you. See how much more menacing this is?
It doesn't matter. I beat him, all right?
Yeah, but look at how angry and unconfident you got while doing it. This is the face of someone who's emotionally unstable, Mark.
I'm a teenager!
Yes, I'm painfully aware. We all saw how your girlfriend's dad made you look like a bitch.
Is that the only word you know?
I looked like a bitch? Weak, pathetic, emasculated. Take your pick.
I was respectful, all right?
He told you that you're gonna get his daughter killed, and you didn't even try to argue.
What was I meant to say?
How about, you're talking to the strongest guy on the planet. I can protect her better than a fat bastard like you.
Somehow, I don't think that would have worked.
See, that's where you're wrong, Mark. Sure, you would have made him mad, but he'd have respected the hell out of you for standing up to him like that. You might be tough physically, but mentally you're still a kid.
Maybe you have a point.
But you're also a bitch physically. Remember how that electric chick beat you in like 2 hits?
Electricity is a common Viltrumite weakness.
Eve knocked her out, and she doesn't even have super strength. It was embarrassing, Mark.
Well, hey, I punched that stupid guy's head off at the end. You gotta admit, that was cool, right?
It would have been cool if you didn't get all sulky and, oh my gosh, I killed someone about it later. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Episode 1 gets a 5 out of 10.
5? That's ridiculous! Were we even watching the same—
It's a 5, Mark. Don't make me bring it down to a 4.5. Fine, whatever. Next up is episode 2, and damn was it great.
See? What did I tell you? Best season yet.
Because you weren't in it.
Oh.
Nolan's backstory was super entertaining to watch. I mean, he's basically the same age as you here, right? Yet you're so different.
Well, we look almost identical. The thought that I no longer have any genes from my mom is actually kind of concerning.
Sure, you look the same, but his charisma! Even a younger version of your dad is way more interesting than you ever were. Honestly, I think you took more after your grandma.
In what way?
In the getting your ass handed to you during fights, yet somehow still thinking you won kind of way.
I regret asking.
It's kind of crazy how a single virus wiped out billions of your people though, right? Like, wouldn't some of them have heard about the virus before they got infected and flew away?
Well, Viltrumites are kind of dumb. They actually thought the virus was a good thing.
Talk about self-destructive pride. A flaw you certainly don't have.
Thanks, Cecil.
And what about Nolan being sent to Earth not to conquer it, but to reproduce? How come he had 2 children though?
Because he loves bugs almost as much as my mom?
Yeah, but he was young when the Scourge virus hit Viltrum, and he's thousands of years old, so he spent most of his life between Viltrum and Earth, yeah? So what was he doing? Just traveling from planet to planet, screwing aliens? But Debbie's the only person he developed feelings for?
Hey, she's a good woman, all right?
Kid, if your tired old slapper of a mom was good, then Paul wouldn't have left her.
What the hell did you just call
and
my—
Sure, there were way too many sex jokes and also a Star Trek ripoff, but hey, we have Worf voicing Battle Beast, so who cares? The episode was a solid 7 out of 10.
You said it was great. You only gave it a 7?
I'm a total bastard, Mark.
Ain't that the truth?
Then there was episode 3, which was honestly just filler. Like, it really didn't add anything to the plot.
Well, Robot and Monster Girl got trapped in that Flaxen dimension. That seems pretty important.
Kid, that dumb subplot won't impact my life in any way. But while we're on the topic, don't you think it's kind of lazy to bring back the Flaxens? Like, the show has enough villains as it is.
They're There's not that many.
Titan, Machine Head, Flaxens, the immortal dragon that refuses to die. And that was just in this episode.
Okay, fair point.
The Guardians got their panties in a twist that you punched that guy's head off back in episode 1. Mostly just Robot, though. Or Rudy, or Rex, or whatever the hell he's calling himself. Kinda weird that he stole Rex's DNA to flirt with a literal child, right?
Well, she's not literally a child. Chronologically, Monster Girl is actually in her late 20s.
Yeah, he's a risless robot bitch. Can you believe he asked me if he could be team leader? He'd be a dictator.
Not that much different from how you run things.
Hey, it's not my fault I'm the only one smart enough who knows what's best. By the way, I'd like to quickly mention that you got beat up by 2 big stupid flaxen robots. What was that about?
They were tougher than they looked, alright?
Somehow, I don't see Omni-Man getting smacked around like that. And definitely not Conquest, the guy you allegedly beat last season, remember?
Everyone watched me beat him.
They watched Eve beat him, who you went and got pregnant. Congrats.
Thanks. Although we're not really ready to have kids, so...
Yeah, well, maybe you should have kept it in your trousers. Ever think about that one, bud?
We're in a relationship. What did you expect to happen?
Pledge your lives to one another through marriage. Build your family on a foundation of love and trust.
Cecil, you prude. We don't need to do that.
Well, she didn't trust you enough to tell you she was pregnant, did she?
Well,
being a sinful little bastard has its consequences, doesn't it?
I'm the good guy!
Well, you literally went to hell in episode 4, so let's jump on ahead. But first, I'm giving episode 3 a rating of 3, because, you know, it was dog shit.
These scores are extremely unfair.
Well, you ain't seen nothing yet, kid, because we've literally hit rock bottom. Season 4, episode 4 might be the worst damn episode of Invincible ever produced. Darkblood's back, as if anyone missed him, and we also have some random mummy. How many bad guys does this show need?
The mummy wasn't random, Cecil. We've actually seen him before.
Yeah, well, we've definitely heard him before. This is the 3rd character voiced by Clancy Brown. I guess those voice actor fees finally caught up with us, huh?
It doesn't cost that much.
Each episode has a budget of around $2 million, and I'm guessing at least $200,000 of that goes to the voice actor.
How much does one of your teleports cost again?
So anyway, returning to episode 4, it was bad, Mark. Like, I know I give you a lot of shit, but this was bad. A big stupid demon war with characters we don't care about, a fetch quest for Satan where you fight Cerberus, but wouldn't you know that happens off screen, so guess it wasn't important. And then when Satan finally gets his powers restored, he just immediately loses. What was the point of it all?
Well, I mean, it was fun. We got to go to hell, and...
Going to hell shouldn't be fun, Mark. Like, did you hear that shit Darkblood said to you? Hell is real, but heaven is not. Hell's just in the earth. Satan isn't evil. The world exists because of Satan. What is this bullshit?
I mean, I thought it was interesting.
You need Jesus, my friend. Where can I find him? In the Bible, Mark.
Is he just, like, really small then? Or?
You're a goddamn idiot. This was a filler episode, an absolute waste of everyone's time. And to top it off, we hear William's new voice, which sucks compared to the old one. Like, it's way too sassy. He's just a caricature now. 0 out of 10.
Cecil, the episode had really cool action. You can't give it a 0.
You wanted me to do things different this year and go through the episodes one at a time, right? Well, this is what you get. 0 out of 10. I should have broke your neck last season. But on the bright side, we've moved on to episode 5, which was a banger.
Finally! You've stopped being a grouchy asshole.
Like, literally a banger. Debbie banging her wrists on Omni-Man was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. I can see where you get it from.
Get what from?
Being a bitch.
Never mind. Still an asshole.
And I guess Tech Jacket's a girl now, huh?
Yeah, I think it turned out pretty well.
She has huge manly sideburns, though.
Maybe you should try shaving them off and gluing them to your head. You know, since you're bald.
Kid, I have more hair than you.
I hate that you're always right.
But then there's still more teen drama bullshit. Like, who actually cares about you and Eve?
These parts aren't bad. They're actually very important.
Okay, let me put it this way. Do you think people would rather watch you having another therapy session with your girlfriend, or a scene with one of these guys doing some cool shit?
Cecil, why do you have pictures of Thrag, Conquest, and Anissa?
Because they're cool, Mark. Your rematch with Conquest was the peak of the season so far.
Thanks. I really showed him who's boss, huh?
Yeah, well, personally, I would have liked to have seen him slap the shit out of Oliver, but it is what it is.
Damn! I had no idea Conquest was that big.
Yeah, they took some artistic liberties with that shot, but still, beating him was a hell of a job. That was your biggest achievement to date, Mark, and it was damn impressive.
Thanks. I like it when you're nice. Have you tried just being nice?
You won the fight. That much is undeniable, but the way you did it.
And here it comes.
Like when you go to the UFC, you want to see 2 guys slug it out, right? Like you want a boxing match with kicks, right? But when it's just a bunch of wrestling, you know, 2 dudes on top of each other choking their chickens, like sure, it's impressive, sure, it's fighting, but it's not really what you signed up for, you know?
You have a problem with how I beat Conquest. Of course you have a problem with how I beat Conquest.
Hey, I like the part where you bit off his finger. Pretty sure that would be illegal, though.
I'll just take any compliments I get at this point.
And boy, oh boy, is that Viltrumite karate chop move stupidly overpowered. You kind of sounded like a big baby when your guts were getting ripped out of you, though. Not gonna lie.
Well, what would you have sounded like?
Probably a little something like, oh, that's all you got? You done? Episode 5 was an 8 out of 10.
Hell yeah!
Episode 6 kinda sucked, though. We learned that Oliver has a lobster kink, and you can't grow a beard, but far worse than all of that is Thrag having zero aura.
Hey, come on now, we all know he beat the fraud allegations in episode 7.
He really didn't. The fact that he's so strong makes him more of a fraud. But think about it. He runs away from an exploding planet which the marketing team led us to believe was one he conquered. And why did he have to run? Like his whole plan was dumb. Krieg warned him that the planet was heavily defended. He should have left his emotional support skull at home so that he could actually join the fight. He could have soloed the whole planet if he wanted to.
There were a lot of us down there, Cecil. I don't know if he could have beaten everyone.
He definitely could have. He's strong as hell, but a total idiot. There's no good reason for him to flee the fight. Surprised that the others joined him. That's not what Viltrumites do. 4 out of 10.
Are you sure you even liked this season?
I definitely did, because now we're on to episode 7, the best damn episode of the whole show, if you ask me. Thrag easily dodges Nolan, punches him down to Viltrum in the exact place we've already seen him before, so that the art department didn't need to create another environment, then airbends him back up into space. Can you believe it?
If you can believe Space Racer's gun destroying a whole planet, then you can believe anything.
Yeah, Space Racer is OP as hell. Definitely the MVP of the team. Honestly, Thrag's a bit of a dumbass for just floating there letting his planet get blown up. Was destroying Viltrum even part of the plan, or was it improv?
Honestly, I just copied what everyone else was doing.
It was a bit risky. Like, what if you and your dad died doing it? Or if the explosion killed Alan and the others, like, what was even the point?
Well, it made Thrag dry, which was pretty funny.
Yeah, he definitely lost some aura points, but the decapitation more than made up for it. I kinda noticed that you looked weird in one of those frames, though. Oh, what do you mean? Well, right as it's happening, you kind of have Paul's face.
Are you just going through frame by frame trying to find mistakes? Other shows aren't perfect either.
Settle down, kid. These things happen, I get it. It's just kinda funny because Thrag sort of looks like Debbie with a mustache, you know? So romancing him may have been a viable strategy.
A deadly space battle isn't the place for romance, Cecil.
You sure about that? Did you see the look Anissa gave you when you told her you killed Conquest? Whew. She was thirsty, Mark. Well, sure, I mean, we were fighting, so we were probably all a little thirsty. She was thirsty for something else.
I don't follow.
Well, hey, maybe you'll find out next season.
Huh?
10 out of 10. Thrag is cool as hell.
I like the part where he gave me brain damage.
Then we have episode 8, which was pretty mid. You're traumatized, Debbie bitches some more to Nolan, but then kinda gets back together with him. It turns out Viltrumites are living on Earth.
My face when the PTSD Thrag doesn't disappear?
To think that they wanted to breed with us Earthlings. I guess the war took its toll, huh?
Yeah, there aren't many Viltrumites left.
There really aren't, are there? A whole bunch were killed. The ones who fought with Thrag, Thaddeus, your unborn child. You know, at first I thought Eve was fat because of the pregnancy, but it turns out she was just eating all the pies.
You're a bastard, Cecil!
Did you see how quick Krieg was getting to task? Who would have thought he was the Viltrumite with the most sex appeal?
Eve did what she felt was right!
Anissa is kinda missing the point, though. Those guys flirting with her would have gladly helped her mission, if you know what I mean.
It was my fault for leaving her!
Wah, wah, I accidentally got my girlfriend pregnant. Wah, wah. I'ma file this one under teen drama and being a bitch.
I'll kill you!
Stay your hand, Mark Grayson.
Thrag?
Yeah, I bet you're pissing your pants right now, right? Turns out that virus which kills Viltrumites might kill us too, so we have a bit of common interest going on here.
You're working with him?
Cecil, give your final assessment for season 4. Sure thing, T-Dog. Well, episode 8 was mid, so it gets a 5. Even with the inclusion of the Grand Region's sickening drip, it would have been a 3 without you, Thrag. That is agreeable. This season had a lot of ups and downs. Overall, it's probably the best one so far, but the animation quality is still very hit or miss, and there are too many plots going on at once. I enjoyed it, though, and I'll definitely be watching the next one. That is all that I ask.
How the hell do you blend in on Earth when you talk like that?
Quite easily. Argal blessed me with a unique voice. Behold.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?